Just about everybody loves a prime or a wagyu brisket. But let's face it, those prices are kind of crazy. So today, what do I have for you? I have got a Packer style brisket. This is ungraded. It's a little leaner, but it's a whole lot cheaper. Let's see with a few Texas barbecue techniques that I'm gonna show you if we can make this brisket tender and juicy so you can impress your friends and your family when you're on a budget. There is no grading on this, so it's gonna be a little tougher to cook. But guys, for years and years and years, we never knew there was such a thing as a prime brisket. I grew up cooking briskets right out of the case at HEB or wherever the store was we were shopping, usually in HEB here in Texas. I'm not gonna pull just a whole lot off of here. This kernel never does cook well, so kind of take some of it off. And I'm gonna leave a lot of fat on here. Since this is not grated, it's not got a lot of fat in this brisket. If we look down here, we can see there's not a lot of fat running through this meat. This fat, honestly, that fat is going to render out of there. I don't have just a whole lot of silver skin on here, and I'm not gonna trim just a whole lot. This piece here will burn. Let's take it off. Right there. And not a ton of fat on here, guys. We're just gonna take off this hump right here. It's like I should have got a sharper knife. You're fairly thick down here, but again, you can see not a lot of fat in there. It's pretty lean. If you wanted to help this, if you have the ability to inject, you got an injector, I would recommend injecting this, getting some moisture up inside of it. But today, the goal is to see if we can just cook this brisket and it turn out good, where it will impress people. I think the answer to this is yes. We're gonna use a few different techniques on this to help it stay moist. And one is by leaving a lot of the fat on it to protect it while it's cooking. I can pat this dry a little bit. Not gonna go crazy with the rubs today. I'm going with some double pepper cow cover. And if I don't have enough in here to finish, I'll finish off with some of MRE from the Grill Sergeant. But those are my two rubs for today. Get a coating on here of this. Y'all have heard me many times say, if you're not sure if you have enough rub on your brisket, add just a little bit more. I was taught that by a guy named Alfred Carroll, and he was quite the brisket cook. And he never cooked a big old fancy brisket, I can promise you that. Here we go, let's go with a little MRE. Just a little more salt, pepper, garlic on top. Not that I think the double pepper could handle it and give us a good flavor. It's just I want to have a little more on here. And that's not a full container of double pepper. So there we go. Let's do our ends. This coarse grind is really going to help build bark. So when you're looking to build bark, folks, look for a coarse grind. I think it's much better for you than for a finer grind. Flip this over. Pat this side dry a little bit. If you wanted to use a binder, you totally could. Come in here. Get this double pepper cow cover on it. Let's get this side. This is going in my Primo today, so I do want it to have the fat side down most definitely to protect it from that heat. And it looks like I could have got through this very good with just the double pepper. However, this MRE is pretty good too. A little more salt and pepper on here. Not gonna hurt a thing. We're gonna let this sit and sweat out. I'm gonna check that Primo, see what temperature it's at, and we'll see about getting this on there and show you some of the techniques we're gonna use while it's on the pit. This Primo is at 225. I'm gonna set this brisket on here, and guys, that patented oval design comes in really handy on a brisket. You don't have all that extra space that you do like on an egg or a Kamado Joe. but I love this oval design. Let's close it up. We're gonna run about 225. We're gonna spritz it about every hour. It's been purring at 225. About 4 hours in, you can see at 3, I put that in. We got a lot of moisture up here that's pushed up. Not gonna spritz it much. Just wanna make sure it stays moist on top. That's gonna help it. Keep building that bark. Temperature is the thing we really wanna watch at cooking a brisket that's a Packer style brisket, is watching the temperature of this brisket and how high we get it to. A lot of people don't realize the hotter your pit is, your brisket will be finished at different temperatures. People don't always tell you that, right? If you cook hot and fast, that brisket's gonna be cooked somewhere around 208, 210 degrees internal temperature. And of course, we hear the magical 203, right? That's kind of the temperature that if you're cooking in that 250, 275 range, 203 is what you're looking at. But if we don't want to lose moisture, we have two types of moisture in a brisket. We have fat moisture and we have the liquid that's inside the cells. That liquid over 200 degrees starts getting pushed out. So taking that brisket over 200 really affects your moisture of your brisket tremendously. The thing about cooking something low and slow, where we're talking that 200 to 225, a lot of times those briskets are gonna be ready at 195, 200. They've never gone over 200, therefore they haven't pushed all the liquid out, right? Can't really push all the fat out, but the liquid part is gonna stay in there. That's gonna help with moisture. We're keeping this pit at that 225, and it's gonna take a while. This is a 12-hour cook. Went on about 10 o'clock this morning. We're looking at 10 o'clock tonight, maybe a little bit longer, and then we're gonna let this brisket rest all night long. And we'll talk about the rest in just a little while, but let's let this thing keep cooking. It's purring at 225, and that's exactly where I want this Packer brisket to be cooking. Almost time to wrap. Let's get this open. This brisket is looking pretty. Look at that. I'm liking it. I like the color. I got some good bark formation. Drop that lid down. Bring it over here. We'll get it wrapped up. We're about 9 hours into this. So go back over something we did. We talked temperatures a while ago. I did not look at this for 3 hours, hit it with the spritz at that time, put the probe in there, and we went about every hour, spritz it if I thought we needed it. I have some nice bark development. If you look here, it's nice and it's on there. So I'm gonna take out my probe simply so I can wrap this brisket. I'll put it back in. Just put a light coating of my spritz on the paper. Spritz the top of this to keep moisture in it. And I'm gonna add some beef tallow to it in the wrap. Forgot to set this out earlier. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it there, get my knife out. I'm just gonna cut off a wedge of this right there. There we go. Put that back in my container. Put that tallow on top. Again, plain brisket, working on moisture. But I'm gonna tell you folks, low and slow. You have that cheaper brisket, it is good to go low and slow. Piece of bark fell off. I think that's for me. Tastes good. So, there we go. Turn this so y'all can kind of see what I do here. Not rocket science, but I'm gonna tuck it in right here, fold it over. Good flavor right there. And what I'm gonna do is tuck it tight, roll it. There we go. And roll it. Now I can go back onto that pit. It's going to keep going. That's cool enough for me to, there we go. That brisket it's tight, but it's feeling really good. I like the way it feels. So let's get it back on the pit. I figure 2.5 hours we ought to be there. We're about 170 degrees right now. So went a little bit above. The stall lasted forever. I haven't cooked one this low in a while. I forgot how long it can take in the stall whenever you're at 225. But let's get it back on the pit. I am not going to bump it up. I'm going to leave it at that 225. We're going to get up to about that 200 degree mark, maybe 198, get it close, pull it off, and it's going to go into a warmer. You could put it in your ice chest, wrapped in a towel. I suggest preheating your ice chest. Put a lot of hot water in it, dump the hot water out, dry it out. Put your brisket in there hot, wrapped in a towel. It'll hold the temperature much better. But this is going to get off tonight, midnight, maybe 1 o'clock. So it will be held at 150 degrees until I get ready to slice it tomorrow about lunchtime. And that's when y'all will see me again. So let's get it back on there, and then we'll let this thing finish cooking. Okay, let's get this off. It is showing it is time. We're right at 200 degrees, so see how it feels. Oh yeah, it is nice and soft. Let's close this back up and go get this onto the smoking Tex. Well, here we are the next day. This is the moment of truth. Let's see how this brisket turned out. And we know we did a few things for it. We cooked it nice and low and slow. I talked to you about temperatures and forcing moisture out of the meat fibers by how hot we got it. So by taking this ordinary Packer brisket, not cooking it as hot, but cooking it longer, did it break down the collagen? Is it going to be tender? Is it going to be moist? Let's open up this package and find out. That is a nice looking brisket. Get our knife out of here. Is anybody nervous besides me? See if I know what I'm talking about. Let's cut this open and we'll give y'all a look. Oh yeah, look here. Look at this brisket. There's a close-up for you. That is nice. Now, you'll see people push and you see all this moisture running out. If you cook them fat side up, all that's gonna flow down over it. Here, I'm gonna push. Should be able to see it in this camera, look at that. That's this line here, but here's what we're worried about. Right there. That's cut off a piece about 1/4 of an inch thick. Look at there, water running out of it. It did break in half, but look at that. It is folding. It is moist. And folks, this is a plain Packer brisket. Give it a try. A little closer look for you, but this brisket was pulled at 200. I could have probably pulled it at 195 and it would have been perfect. But look here, guys. It's a little too soft, but Packer brisket, long, slow cook. We did not cook out all the moisture, and I should have pulled it about 5 degrees earlier, about 195. But that shows you what you can do if you slow down and take your time.